Thank you for inviting me to participate in this year's Chartered Institute for Logistics and Transport Africa Forum. I want to thank the organizers for this opportunity to share with you our views as a secretariat on transport and logistics as an enabler for trade in Africa. Indeed, the theme, Sustainable Implementation of the AfCFTA and the role of logistics, transport and industry, is at the heart of the effort in Africa to boost intra-Africa trade in the next 15 years and to double intra-Africa trade in the next 15 years. It's very important to ensure that transport services are a priority in the AfCFTA and its implementation, as we recognize the significant role that transport and logistics plays in supporting economic activity across our regions and, of course, enabling Africa to have access to the global economy. Transport and logistics services facilitate international trade and contribute significantly to a country's economic growth and development. And of course, we know that the lack of logistical infrastructure and operational processes can be a very significant impediment to boosting continental trade and integration. When combined with a liberalized economic environment, such that the AfCFTA provides, improved trade logistics can result in increased trade volumes, economies of scale and scope, and distribution and manufacturing activities. Furthermore, while providing sectoral links with the local economy, it is through logistics that domestic economy is linked to the global economy, as well as to other sectors within the domestic economy. As one of the motives of producers is to securely transport their goods to consumers in a cost-effective manner with minimum time lags, efficient transport and logistics systems strengthens the connectivity of various interdependent production sectors such as agriculture, food, manufacturing, and tourism, amongst others. Additionally, as the development of value chains is one of the primary objectives of the AfCFTA, transport and logistics is once again an enabler for integration into global and regional value chains, as the ability of domestic producers to participate in and benefit from growing global and regional value chains is contingent on the presence of efficient and reliable transport and logistics systems capable of supporting international and regional linkages. It is therefore my view that the development of efficient transport links will greatly facilitate the reduction of the cost of doing business on the African continent. The continued growth of global trade, as well as many countries' desire to accelerate integration within the continental trading system, will be contingent not only on maintaining an open trade regime through the AfCFTA, but also on increasing the quantity and efficiency of support structures such as logistics and transport services. Poor logistics services, such as insufficient coordination between countries regarding border procedures, inefficiency of customs clearance systems, fragmented and substandard transportation infrastructure, expensive and infrequent shipping routes, delays in tracking and tracing consignments, delays in terminal handling and clearance of goods can cause significant hindrance to the successful implementation of the AfCFTA. And therefore, the importance of having these effective trade facilitation systems is critical to implementation of the AfCFTA. Furthermore, if developed effectively, transport and logistics systems can have a direct impact on development by aiding the achievement of critical social development goals such as job creation, food security, distribution of pharmaceutical products, and income growth, amongst other benefits. it is important to reiterate that the continent stands to gain significantly from an open trade regime, particularly in the area of trade in services under implementation of the AfCFTA. Significant progress has been made in the negotiations for liberalization of trade in services since we began implementation of the AfCFTA about 2 years ago. The negotiations are expected to cover a range of commitments in maritime transport services, internal waterways transport, air transport, rail transport, road transport, services auxiliary to all modes of transport, and other transport services that are critical to trade on the African continent. We are also making significant progress in ensuring that we mobilize investment for transport and logistics services. We are currently in discussions with some of the major investors in the area of transport and logistics, and we hope that these investments that we are mobilizing will provide further and enhance further trade facilitation across the African continent. Therefore, the conversations we are having today will make a difference in the implementation of the AfCFTA, and I believe that working together, we can indeed establish a single African services market under the AfCFTA, which is supported and anchored by a very, very strong trade and logistics support network. I wish all of you very good deliberations, and thank you once again for inviting me.